Hi Virgo, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Virgo, this is your reading for the upcoming 2 weeks, starting today on the 18th of February, going on till the 2nd of March, which blows my mind that we're already in March. I will start to shuffle as I talk, and I move the microphone around a bit because I've gotten at least 2 comments about I'm shuffling too loud or like too close to the microphone, and they still want to be able to hear what I say. So I moved around. I hope that this is better. Okay, Virgo, I've said to Leo that it was something in it for them to listen to the Virgo reading. I don't know why. It's gonna be exciting to find out what is coming out for you guys and why it resonates with the Leo sign. And if it does, you might want to check the Leo reading out and see if it resonates with you guys. We have the full moon coming up on the 23rd, and we've just entered into Pisces season. It's all about Pisces. There's so many planets, so many things going on just around the Pisces for at least, I don't know, I shouldn't get into that because that's not my specialty, but for me, what I feel, if I just tap into the energy of it all, I just feel like a lot of things are wrapping up. A lot of things are coming to an end. Things resurface, like comes up to the surface just for you to decipher once and for all, this gotta go, or oh, I'm so happy that I didn't throw that away because I actually do want to keep it. Or it's mental blocks, or thought patterns or whatever. It's like we're leaving it behind once and for all, and it feels pretty darn good, I have to say. So I have more of a like closing off period of the energy right now than I did 2019 leading into 2020. It's almost like the 2020 new year is happening now, like coming into March, it feels really new or something like that. So maybe you resonate with that, and you do feel like you're taking care of the last, like the final things, and maybe you are a bit tired of some stuff that doesn't want to leave you or doesn't want to leave you alone, or that you seem to keep repeating. You're not repeating, you're just ending it. If you switch that thought in your mind, it's not here again, you're just ending it, or you're just getting a final look at it before you let it go, or before you keep it. Before you could change your mind. If something really has shifted its energy, you might like it again, and that's due to either a person or a thing. It doesn't really matter. Virgo. So the numbers on the table are 2, 4, 5, and 7. I'm just preaching about how we're moving away from stuff, and I feel like you're moving away from a hell of a lot of things. Okay? So the first card that popped out, number 7. So for me, number 7 is all about completion. It's all about like on the 7th day he rested. It's like we created the world in 6, and now give us a break. We can do a little resting or napping on the 7th day. And it says deception and envy, but I'm not heavily drawn into the deception and envy in the sense that, okay, Virgo, it's a lot of green here, so it's a lot of healing happening. You're taking your mask off, like it is quite heavy energy coming through here. I can't lie. I've asked for the most inspirational, the most uplifting, the most beneficial guidance that you can receive at this moment in time. So just stick it out, because I'm usually like, I don't want to hear any negative stuff. You're not going to hear any negative stuff. If there's any negative stuff there, it's like, what do we do with it? How do we solve it? This is like I feel like this is so past. It's so past tense. So it's something that happened in the past, something that has been almost like getting on your nerves. And it I can't talk. It gets on your nerves because it's getting on your nerves. If that makes sense? So you're a bit irritated that it still gets on your nerves or under your skin, that type of feeling. But what comes out of it is like you're looking like the devil here. Like and for me that is a good thing. It's like Virgo finally standing up for yourself, or finally finding that sort of power that is not like you're all of a sudden, whether you're a woman or a man, it's not like you're all of a sudden going to turn into a complete bitch or a complete douchebag. Like, it's just that you will feel so much more powerful. You will feel way, way, way more strong. The word strong is really potent. It's like strength. I'm almost surprised that the Leo card did not come out. That speaks about strength, because there's a lot of strength going on here. It's almost like it comes from like a roaring place where you sort of fight back, but you won't. There's no conflict. There's no person to fight. If there is, you're not fighting. I just feel like you're accumulating so much. And what is that in Swedish? Like accumulate, like spara, samlar, like you gather all this energy, and sorry for if somebody's a bit fin på det, but I'm going to compare it to an orgasm. Like just before you have that, sensational orgasm, it's a build up, and then you have the orgasm. And I mean, it's a quite nice journey leading up to the orgasm. But I think a lot of people would agree that the reason why there's even a build-up is to get to the orgasm, or to get to live it. Maybe not for... I shouldn't get deeper into that. I just want to say this, it is the same accumulational feeling here. It's like the journey there is quite lovely, but it's sort of you're working on it, and it's like and it's going to lead up to that orgasm. And sometimes it's sort of quite hard to get to that orgasm if you're a woman. And sometimes it's like, oh my God, I could have waited 30 more minutes if I knew that this was the type that was going to come out. I did not plan to talk about it in this way if somebody's being a bit offended by it. But let's throw all the taboos out the window, shall we? Okay. You're taking your mask off. It's like the gloves are coming off. It's like you're not taking no for an answer. You're not taking any bullcrap anymore. That's what I feel. And I'm not even sure that somebody's sort of picking at you or doing anything. It's just that feeling you have. Maybe that life has sort of rubbed you the wrong way in a way lately, and it's like it's freaking enough. It's like, okay, I want to have what I want to have. And the mask is coming off, and this is the pure clean me, and don't try to mess with me. And then there's something with the waves here. I just feel so strongly that you're going to see like the vibrational shift that will continue to go on for you, will lead to a lot of gorgeous manifestation. It might sound like I don't even address that. I probably would have done normally a whole reading on the energy that I feel that you're about to manifest in your life. But I'm not drawn to that side of the equation today. It's like, yeah. Beauty, and awesome manifestations, like physical manifestations, will happen. But that's due to happen anyway. Like that was always planned to happen. So it's not that. it is what's going to happen once you've manifested it. That's when I'm drawn to deception and envy. Not so much deception, not so much that people wants to trick you or, you know, anything like that. But it's rather you coming in so strong in your element, and you're manifesting things, and people want to have a part of it. People want to in on it. And with the waves, it's like it comes in your the metaphor. One symbolism is that you're in the waves now. You're on the right path now. We're rising, like for every minute. I just feel like you're becoming stronger and stronger. There's something with strength, stronger and stronger, and then once the things when it just keeps manifesting around you, is like it will come in waves. It will come and go in waves, where you feel like people that maybe haven't contacted you in a very long, I don't know what's going to happen in your life for people to all of a sudden like appear. And 2 weeks ago when you didn't feel like this, where were they then? It's probably what you're going to think. But the thing is that you're going to heighten your vibration so much. So now you're a match to people that you 2 weeks ago were not a match to. So it's not like they're greedy in the way that, where were you when I needed your help? Actually, it's like somebody, maybe this feels a bit like too far out, but it's not. It's the same vibration. Maybe somebody, and it may be a bit superficial, but listen to this. It's like if you're with a person and the only thing you wanted was flowers. You wanted them to bring you flowers. You just you just love flowers, and flowers was the one thing that sort of made you happy. Fresh flowers. And you could just, you know, kill yourself over not getting those freaking flowers from your partner. And it was a constant nagging about those stupid flowers. And then, of course, there's so many different things that's going on in your relationship and blah, blah, blah. And then one day you just come to terms with, no, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. There's so many other reasons why you don't want to stay there. You're just deciding that you want to end it. And you're starting to have the conversation that you want to split up. You want to have a separation. And it feels quite freeing to you. It's like you let go of all that resistance. You don't want to stay there anymore. And so 2 days later or 1 day later, they show up with flowers. And it's like, you think now is the time for you to bring flowers? I've asked for flowers for 5 years. And where's the flowers? And all of a sudden the flowers are there. And you think that they're all of a sudden, you know, bringing their A game just because you want to leave them. That's not true. What has happened here is that you have let go of the resistance. You're probably so, I'm not saying this is going on at all. I'm just using it as a metaphor. And I'm saying once you are so set in your ways, you sort of almost start to expect that from your person. You're such a strong influencer of the people around you. So in your mind, they're just not bringing you flowers. And that sort of becomes the reality. They're not bringing flowers. It's just the truth. And once you let go of them, or let go of the whole relationship, you let go of all the resistance. You also let go of every resistance you had to any wish that you had within the relationship. And once you let go of that, all of a sudden the flowers can appear. And it looks like they're a complete idiot, because where were they yesterday when you asked for the flowers? Now it's a bit too late, you know? So this is the whole thing. I feel like you just trust your instinct, trust your guidance, because I feel that there are some people coming out of the woodworks, is that what you say? Coming from places where it feels not authentic. It doesn't feel pure why they're there. I don't know if you're going to like receive an inheritance that is so large that, you know, all of a sudden those third, fourth, fifth cousins are coming from a place where you feel like, no, this does not sit right with me. If it doesn't, stay your ground, stay in your energy. other people will come out just because you are even more elevated. You have reached an even higher place vibrationally. And so now you're a match to the flowers, if that makes sense. And so all of a sudden, a person comes into your life that is new, or people that has not been in your life for quite some time. They will enter your life and it will feel like the most natural thing. If you haven't spoken to them in 5 or 10 years and all of a sudden here they are, it's like, isn't that a bit convenient that they show up just now? No, they're just attracted to you because you're in that vibration. You will feel the difference, okay? And you're a freaking powerhouse these days. You know how to deal with them. It's like you're not getting fooled by anyone. And you don't want to be in that energy that you're not getting fooled. You want to be in the energy of that you're love and that you can receive as many great things as you're great, as you're light, right? Then we move on. We have these 3 cards popping out at the same time. So I almost want to treat them as one card. Is number 2, 5, and 4. So 2, 4, 5 in that order if you want. 2 for me stands for relationships, 5 is your life path, and 4 that you're working on your heart. And the number 4 also comes on the number 4 with the heart chakra. So it's all it's all about the heart right now. This is very green to me as well. And then we have this number 5, your life path. It's also very green and with the green border, and you're holding your hands on top of your heart. Okay? There's a magnificent message here that I want to just get out the right way with words. Just let me sit with this for a moment. It's almost the same. So, okay, look at this first. So with the number 2 here, it's a very spiritual card. It's like you put down the seeds, the roots are there, and then we had it has turned into this growth. So we've seen growth already, okay? And then we have these rings, these earth rings going around and round and round and round. And I feel like this is you. This is your creation, and that you walk the walk forever. It's like you're being on this awakened path forever. And I don't know why I'm drawn to say this. I'm just a messenger, so take it or leave it, however it applies for you. But there's something about like the incarnations on this earth. I want to say that for some of you guys, some of you Virgos, like you've reached the end of, you won't choose this again. And I mean, in my world, it's like it keeps getting better, it keeps getting better, it keeps getting better. We're getting higher and higher and higher. So it might be that you're just not choosing on like the earth plane, being on the earth plane right now. You might choose, because I feel like the waves here, it's such a heightening of your vibration. You're so stepping up. It's like you're like, I'm going now. And it's like you're going to kill yourself. It's not, but it's like, I'm done here. I'm done with the 3D. I'm done with the fights. I'm done with the sort of, in a way, almost duality. I'm done with the lower vibrations. It's just not, the games and the playing and the, let's face it, who's at the very top in the politics right now. Like the world is allowing for that sort of energy to be at the top. You're not having any of it. And so it's like you're moving on. I'm stepping into other dimensions here now. I'm going to just go. Bye-bye. If that means that you're not literally coming back ever to this earth again, I don't know. I just feel like you're moving on. And so you probably are shifting into a very, very different way of life. It might look quite the same. You might have certain people around you still. You might be in the same house. You might have the same clothes. But I feel like you're going to be very different from now on. You created what you wanted to create. You put the roots down. You're starting to see flowers. And it's like a brand new start. It's a golden start. If for the lack of better words, it is like you going from a third dimensional reality to a fifth dimensional reality, using time, since this is the time glass here, the fourth dimensional reality, using time as a way of doing that. That takes quite the mastery, okay? And you're doing it through, it's almost the same, it's like rings and rings and rings and rings and rings, and you're holding like on top of your heart. And this the number 5, so it's your life path. It's like, I'm going. If that's astral travel, if that's more like lucid dreaming, more stepping into who you really are rather than the limited self, I think it's for you to just start to find out. It's like a new chapter is beginning here, and you're leaving so much of the lower energies behind, if that makes sense. It's like and you're gonna feel better once you're out of this, because I do feel that you are a tiny bit irritated, a tiny bit tired of it all, that you feel like it's a tiny bit petty, that it's like, oh, come on, everybody already. It's like a bit of a frustration there for you that people have not come further than this. Are we still fighting over this? Really? Like guns? Are you kidding me? It's like, and you can do without that frustration. You can do without the feeling of, haven't they come further than that, you know? You will step into your heart. You will step into your heart. You will be in your complete heart chakra, not only the blood pump, but in your heart chakra, like the whole energy system around your heart is really working on a high level right now. And I feel like the only way I can describe it is like you're shifting gear, you're shifting dimension, you're shifting frequency, maybe even. I mean, you're authentic, like you have your own very unique frequency coming into this earth. There's not another person having the same frequency. But if I knew anything about it, I would say something like, we usually don't ever shift the frequency, because the frequency is the frequency. What is. What be's. That sort of thing. But it's like you're almost able to switch frequency or expand it to a degree where you came in one person and you sort of almost don't recognize yourself going out. I know this is very deep and very profound and maybe a bit out there for some, but this is what comes through now. It's like a very shifting energy. And just do what the kids does. Like, you're just a tiny bit frustrated before everything falls into place, before everything just, you know, perfectly fits into what it's supposed to be. And then, you know, they try to walk and they fall down, and they try to walk and they fall down, and then all of a sudden they're walking, and it's a bit out of sorts in the very beginning, and then it gets more stable and more stable and more stable, and all of a sudden you're up and running. So just keep doing you, keep doing what you're doing. There's humongous healing, in a way, taking place here. Green. It's also like a water feeling with a shell, with a huge shell there. Like out in the universe. With fourth dimension, fifth dimension, and a completion. Similar energy in them, similar colors. I hope it excites you, because this is talking about a place of unconditional love. It's talking about a place of understanding yourself and the world, and coming from a way more loving place, and probably starting to live from a completely different perspective, I think. I mean, you know, I'm intrigued. I'm interested. Let's see where this goes. The energy goes. I hope it helps you. I hope it inspires you and that you don't feel too lost about this reading. Many thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And come back for your love reading next week if you want to. Take care. Bye.